everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about my Nexplanon implant birth control experience, the insertion, the entire experience, and then the removal, how it went. I actually posted a TikTok not that long ago, about probably a few weeks ago, and it was like me getting my Nexplanon removed, and I was really surprised that a lot of girls were commenting on it, curious as to how my experience went, why I was getting removed. So it really inspired me to just make this video today because I've been wanting to for a while and I didn't think that TikTok was the right place to talk about it. So I was like, you know what, let me just make a YouTube video about it. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm not gonna make the intro long because I'm gonna be talking a lot, so I'm just gonna get right into it. So I figured I would give you guys a little bit of a backstory as to when I started birth control and what type of birth control I was on. So I started with birth control pills when I was 17, going to be 18 years old. I had told my mom that I wanted to get on birth control, and I asked her if she could make an appointment to go with me to the gynecologist. So she went with me. I remember it was April of 2017, my senior year of high school. At the gynecologist, we just figured that the best option for me at that time was pills. So I was on pills for about a year and a half, but I feel like any young teenager, you forget to take your pills or would get off of my birth control, get back on it. It just to me wasn't being the most reliable source of I guess contraception. It's 2019, so 2 years had passed where I was like, you know what, I want to get on a more secure birth control, something that's more permanent, that's going to be in my body and I don't have to worry about because of the inconsistency of my pills. And I went back to the gynecologist and there was two options for me at this point. It was the IUD or the Nexplanon implant. So I ended up going with the implant because I actually went with my best friend for her insertion for her IUD, and it just looked really painful, and I was like, I don't know if I'm meant for that. And she even told me herself, do not get that. So I was like, okay, let's just go ahead and get the Nexplanon. My gynecologist did tell me that it's really hit or miss with birth control in general. It doesn't matter what form of contraception. Everybody's body is different, so everybody's going to react to it. Other bodies might love a certain birth control as to other ones might hate it. So she just told me that I really needed to give this one a try, a 6-month kind of trial period. I went in with thinking, okay, I might love it, I might hate it, but I can always get it removed. So I actually went on the Nexplanon website because I wanted to read exactly what it is. It's a low maintenance birth control that's non-daily, over 99% effective, and lasts for 3 years unless you want it taken out sooner. I went into it, like I said, with an open mind. I might love it, I might hate it, just give it a try because everybody's body is different. But overall, I had only heard mainly negative things about it. I mean, that should have probably been a red flag right there. I was just really set on getting this type of birth control. I remember it was July of 2019. I went with my best friend, the one who got her IUD, and she went with me, and it was honestly such a smooth process. It literally wasn't even 30 minutes. I think it was more the wait in the waiting room at the doctor and the actual procedure itself. So basically it goes, you can choose, I believe you can choose which arm. I chose my left because it's my non-dominant, and it was actually right here. This is my little scar. They numb you, so they, I don't know exactly where, but around this area. They insert the implant in, and then they just bandage you up, and then that was basically it. So at first, my arm was sore. That's pretty normal. I thought that was pretty expected. With time, that's when you start seeing kind of how your body's reacting to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the side effects for it. Okay, so it says right here that the most common side effect of Nexplanon is a change in your normal menstrual bleeding pattern. And in studies, 1 out of 10 women stop using the implant because of an unfavorable change in their bleeding pattern. You may experience longer or shorter bleeding during your periods or have no bleeding at all, blah blah blah. There are other side effects. I don't know why I can't find them. I'll probably just go on a different website. Is obviously change in your menstrual period, regular menstrual periods, mood changes, breast tenderness or pain, abdominal pain, back pain, changes in appetite, nausea, etc. So at first, the main thing for me was irregular period. So I was having multiple periods within the month. I know that obviously this is really TMI, but I just thought to mention this in the video because I feel like that's such an important part of like why I got it removed. I was having like irregular periods, like I was having like 2-3 periods and like full on like in a month, and it was just non-stop. Like it was affecting my mood, and I feel like that's why I was having like all these like mood swings, as well as I was having like really bad hormonal acne. So like I said, you had to give it like a 6-month period. So it's July 2019, so I actually gave it like a full year until I ended up going back to the gynecologist. At this point, I went to a different gynecologist because of insurance. And so she was like, oh my god, like why would you even get this? Like I wouldn't even have suggested this to you. I'm like, listen, like it's not that my previous gynecologist recommended it to me. She made it known that she didn't recommend it, but I was just stubborn and I wanted to get it. So I'm like, what can we do about my irregular period, or do I just get it removed? She's like, I'll just prescribe you a pill. And the pill is actually called norethindrone, sorry, I can't pronounce it. I'll put it right here just in case anyone wants to look it up. According to Google, it's like a form of like birth control. Also treat menstrual problems and endometriosis. And it was a pill. She prescribed it for me for 3 months. Did work. It actually didn't end up getting my period for those 3 months. I was happy. I mean, honestly, I preferred not having a period than having 3 periods in a month. So after I finished the pill, it worked. So I took the pill from like September all the way to like December. And then come December is when I started getting like my period like again, and I got it like twice in a month this time. And at this point I was just like, I can't do this anymore. The irregular period was enough for me, as well as the hormonal acne that I was getting. Apparently acne isn't linked to the Nexplanon implant. That is what my first gynecologist had told me, that it shouldn't cause me hormonal acne, but that's literally only what it did. It caused me like really bad discoloration in my skin. I didn't feel confident anymore, like just not wearing makeup. It just like, it wasn't like one little pimple. Like I'm okay with that, like that doesn't bother me. I'm used to having acne, you know, from growing up and everything like that, but it was just to a point where it was just like way too much, and it had to go on a treatment. I'm gonna make another video about like how I was able to you know, get my hormonal acne, you know, under control. I think what also has helped is getting the Nexplanon implant removed. Did end up getting it removed. I had it for about 2 years. This would have been my 3rd year, and this is when I would have probably had to get it removed, like this summer. And I'm surprised I kept it in for that long. I mean, my family wanted me to get it removed. It was just causing me way too many issues. There was like this ongoing joke that me and my friends had, where if I would get like really emotional or really upset, because it just really like, it just made me so emotional and sensitive, I would be like, I would blame it on the implant. It was that bad. So the removal was fine. It was the same way how you get it in, obviously. So they numb it, they do the little incision, and then it takes a little longer to remove it than to put it in, because from my understanding, what the assistant had told me at the doctor's office, there's like cell capsules that can like that can surround it, because it's a foreign object that's going into your body. So depending of how, if you know, if it's really in there, then they might have to tug a little bit, but in total it took around like 10 minutes. There's no stitches involved. They just put like a little cross tape, and then they like bandage you up, and then you're good to go. My arm was a little bit sore, but that was pretty much it. I just, you know, kept it elevated. And then this is a little scar that I have. Honestly, I don't really care for it. It should go away. I'm putting like oil on it and stuff like that, but other than that, that is my experience with the Nexplanon implant. I hope this could be somewhat of a learning lesson for girls out there that want to start birth control, or they don't know which one to go for. At the end of the day, everybody's body is different. This was my experience with it. I'm not saying you shouldn't get this or you have to get a certain birth control. Hope that this video can serve for someone out there that they do their research, that they have a doctor that they feel comfortable speaking with, and I think with time you'll find the birth control that is right for you, if that is what you choose to do with your body. But if you have any suggestions for any future videos, let me know. I'm really open to always any ideas. I post a video for like 3 months. I just didn't really know what to post, and I wasn't going to post if it wasn't something like entertaining or worth watching. I don't want to post anything that's like boring. So I hope this was somewhat entertaining, and I hope I didn't talk your guys' ear off. But my social media links down below. Follow me if you want, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.